Okay, so the way that my readings are going to work is you can just look at your sun sign if you want to, but it's more ideal if you not only look at your sun, but also your moon and lagna or ascendant. And even though it's going to be near impossible to do this, please try your best to not cross-watch a sign that you're having interest in or questioning about. Because it's don't get me wrong, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being curious and trying to figure out, what is this person going to do? What's their next move? But please try to keep it down at a minimum. And without further ado, the way that the reading is going to work is that every week there's going to be a total of 4 decks I'm going to use. Each element's going to be using one specific deck, and each zodiac sign is going to be having the Dark Goddess Oracle alongside it. And the way that the Dark Goddess Oracle goes is that you have the first card, which is the goddess that favors you of the week, the one you must seek out or you get guidance from, and then the last one is the one that's telling you, girl, really? We've been through this thousands of times. Please don't forget this. You already know how to do this. If you forget this, you're going to be in deep doo-doo. And then the tarot reading that follows afterwards. Am I going to be mainly a love reader? You never know. It just all depends what decides to come out of my mouth and what the cardstock says and what the goddesses say. So, don't expect it to be consistently only love related or just pretty much financial related. I'm just going to say what appears in front of me. And pretty much that's really it. And if time goes on and if I get more exposure, that sounds so horrible, but deal with it. If I get more subscribers and more watch time, I'll actually be able to use my phone and do these much more regularly than just using my computer and that mumble jumble. But anywho, without further ado, enjoy your reading, and remember, this is not really meant for true guidance. This is for entertainment purposes only. So please, whatever you do, don't be going out thinking, oh, well, Halsier said that you're cheating on me, so I'm going to just come up here and stab you. No, that's not recommended, and please don't do that. So without further ado, enjoy your cards being thrown at your face. So Gemini, the deck you'll be sharing with Libra and Aquarius is Tarot Grand Lux. But without further ado, let's see what goddesses come out for you. Talk about coming out a little bit quick. Okay, well, we got the fastest ones to come out of that one. Alrighty, without further ado, Goddess in Power, Hecate. You must seek out Kali for destruction. Hecate's protection, by the way. And you mustn't forget, and the one that's telling you, God, please, I have faith that they learned this lesson. Baba Yaga for loss. So, the goddess in power right now, Hecate, is showing that divine is favoring you right now. You have the astral side protecting you, backing you up, and ensuring that no harm comes to you. This comes a time to actually start going towards something that you may have deemed risky, because you have divinity backing you up in this time. You must seek out destruction with Kali. Now, destruction sometimes has to come, because everything dies and everything has to kick the bucket eventually. But having Hecate there protecting you, as in power, you destroying something, you actually aren't going to be getting like the negative repercussions of destroying something if it has to be done. Or if you just are getting tired of something, you can go ahead and just go Hong Kong Phooey with it and break the living heck out of it. I mean, heck, the power is so good it's taking my breath away. But also don't forget too that anything that you destroy and have go kaboomy, it's lost. And it's gone. It's never going to be the same again. So make sure that whatever you decide to go TNT nuke, make sure it's something that you do want gone for good. And that it's not going to harm you in any way, shape, or form. And now the tarot part. Alrighty, current standing, current position, or how you are standing as of this current moment. Current standing. It's judgment. You know, it looks like we're being tested and having the past, and that is what behind you coming back from the dead. And now it's gonna see, have you learned a lesson? Let's see. Do you get to go to the world, or do you get to go all the way back to the Fool and try it again? So in this current position, you might be thinking, haven't I already done this before? Maybe this time I'll be able to get over it and get past it. And who knows, hopefully maybe Divine's going to help me get through it and ensure that I get past it once and for all. Encountering the Three of Pentacles. So having something that you're being tested on, you're actually getting partnership and somebody else or an entity to actually help you complete this task or combat this endeavor, which is funny because you have Hecate right there for protection. So it's not every day that you're being tested and then you have somebody coming completely out of left field like, hang on, you got backup, kid. Yeesh, I wish I was that lucky. Oh, whatever. No, if it was a joke, deal with it. So the foundation or the cause of all this is he who is hung, the hangman. But in this depiction, it's not your everyday hangman. This depiction, we have the hangman going like, oh, looks like I'm hanged, looks like I'm breaking free. I'm breaking loose. A toodaloo. But one issue though. Even though you might be thinking you're getting out of a situation finally and, being stuck there for a while, don't be too, I have to use this word, don't be too gay in your, chivalry. Because little do you know, if you're not really paying attention, you're about to hit your head on a piece of tree. So, you may have broken free from something that, has been a bit of a pain in the tush. Just make sure you don't overly celebrate because you might get whack upside the head. What's behind you or is backing you up? Seven of Cups, which is a good thing to have behind you. So what's behind you is being aware that the fantasy, la-la, woozy-woo, cheesy, romantic BS is gone. And you can, see for things how they are. Instead of be blindfolded like, oh, romantic and cheesy, magical, wordy stuff, I'm going to go towards that. Not no more. You can actually see straight, unlike me. But it's funny. Go with it. So, what's on top of your head, or what is your most desired outcome to come about, is the Ten of Wands, to be rid of this burden or this heavy endeavor that has been weighing you down for far too long. So possibly whatever this illusion was kind of weighing you down a little bit much, and now you're being tested to be able to get past it. But having partnership and companionship by divine's influence, it probably is going to help you get over it once and for all. So now, that what is coming right for thy face, and coming in hot. Hong Kong Fooey head shot. I don't know. I got nothing, okay? Just go with it. Coming right for your face is the Knight of Swords. So coming right towards you is either A, an individual, which this can also be you. You putting on the throttle and going F this a little bit too fast and just going head first and plowing right through whatever this test is going to be, or coming towards you is a situation that's going to be kind of like getting a good love tap on the behind and kind of motivating you to go a little bit faster than you're used to. So self-perception on how you're seeing yourself currently in the well, not really the standing moment, but how you're viewing yourself is the Ten of Swords. So currently you're seeing yourself in a position where something that had to kick the bucket has finally kicked the bucket, and it got kicked in a way that was like, okay, that's not coming back. That is long gone. That is gone. Like so gone that not even a phoenix down, or oh, can't bring it back to life. I know, that came as random as a Final Fantasy battle. Speaking of Final Fantasy, outside perception is seeing you as the Page of Cups. So probably what they're seeing you, those outside of you, is seeing you as kind of young and naive regarding the endeavor. But you're kind of, in a way, you're kind of acting a little bit childish about this whole test thing. You're probably not taking it seriously because you already have the confidence of having a Gate backing you up, and you're not really afraid of it. So you're kind of being a little cheeky with it. Well, sometimes the best thing to handle something that's supposed to be scaring you is to laugh at it. Because when you laugh at something, you're telling it, you have no power over me. You have no power here. It's true. It's not recommended you do that most of the time, but you get the idea. You're hoping for it, but also yet deathly afraid of the Eight of Cups, which is a card of having things be invested in, and then you gotta turn your back because it just wasn't working out. So you're afraid of the investment that you did put into this be all a waste, but at the same time, you're hoping to move on from this overtasking to your mindset and demeanor and your thoughts. Because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you just want to have a sense of peace and be able to finally get past this final test thing that's been bugging you. The outcome that is to come about. The outcome is, just like with Aries, F this deck. My card. So, having my card as the outcome. Well, the only thing I can say is after going through this final test of whichever you're being tested with, you'll be coming out, emerging your best self, the best possible state you're ever going to be in, and you're going to be much closer to your true divine self and pretty much you at the highest vibrational state. In a state where you're not going to be knocked down, you're not going to be messed with, and you're not going to get, tripped up by anything. So, give me 3 more cards for Gemini for guidance and advice, if you would. Very Pentacles again. Just like really working on having a partnership and working together as a unit is in order. But at the same time too, your next card's the Fool. So don't be afraid to be a little bit optimistic and a little bit silly in the way that you go about everything, and live and act in a way that's a little bit childish, but having high hopes and that everything's going to be a-okay, and that you have spirit backing you up. And then the last card to come out is the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever endeavor that you go through, be assured that you'll be getting pretty much a physical manifestation of the lesson being learned, and from there you'll be able to proceed with a new endeavor from this Ace of Pentacles and be able to start a new venture alongside with, our good old idiot right here with his dancing poochie. So ensure that you learned your lesson. If you have to destroy it, just go ahead and destroy it. But just make sure that once you have something kick the bucket, you know that you wanted to kick the bucket. Because if you make a regret like, oh crap, I didn't mean to have that kick the bucket, well, bucket's been kicked, so whoops, there goes that bucket. Never to bucket and with it again ever. But anyway, that was your reading, Gemini, and I'll see you next week.